Okay, thank you very much. And we said that a thesis statement can have subtopics, and at the same time, it is optional for us to add subtopics. So it is not obligatory. A thesis sentence could go without subtopics, and it is like any normal thesis sentence. Okay, we explained, or we mentioned some examples without subtopics. If the thesis sentence doesn't have subtopics, so it will have what? It will have two elements only, the topic and the main idea about the topic, and that's it. If we choose to add subtopics, so we need what? We need signaling phrases to introduce the subtopics. So if we have subtopics, then the thesis sentence has 4 elements instead of 2. This is what we explained, okay? Instead of 2 elements, only the topic and the main idea, sometimes we choose to add subtopics. So before adding subtopics, we need what? We need signaling words, signaling phrases to introduce our subtopics. So it becomes what? It composes. So now, if we have subtopics, the sentence or the thesis sentence will have 4 elements: the topic, the main idea, the signaling phrase that introduces the subtopics, and then the subtopics. If we choose to have subtopics. If we choose not to have subtopics, it becomes what? It becomes shorter, and it becomes so ordinary, normal, that it has only 2 elements: the topic that we are talking about and the main idea about the topic. That's it. Any other question? Safa Yunus?
Yes, sir.
Yes, please.
How can we make the difference between the introductory paragraph and the body paragraph in the essay? I mean, how can I make the introductory paragraph and I don't write the other information in the introductory and make it clear to the reader?
Excellent. A good question. And I think we explained that earlier, but you are free at any time to raise any question, please. So feel free to raise any question, whether you think that this question is easy or difficult, okay? For you, for other students. So it is a participation. In the end, this is a participation from students, okay? It's good to have questions. So Safa Yunus asked about how to differentiate between introductory paragraph and the other paragraphs in the essay. And we said that the introductory paragraph has certain characteristics that are different from other characteristics that are found in the other body paragraphs. Yani, we explained in detail that the structure of the introductory paragraph is distinctive, يعني مميز. The structure of the introductory paragraph is distinctive from the structure of the other paragraphs. شلون? It depends on the components. It depends on the elements that we have in the introductory paragraph. In the introductory paragraph, we have 2 elements. Can you tell me, Safa, what are those 2 elements?
Yes, sir. General statement and thesis statement.
Excellent. That's it. Zien, do we have general statement and thesis statement in the body paragraphs, Safa?
No, sir. In body paragraph, we have explanation, examples, and details.
What do we have in the body paragraph of the essay? Exactly. So we have explanation, examples, details. Bad. Structure of the body paragraph. And it starts with what?
Topic sentences.
Ahsant.
For each
Excellent.
paragraph,
Excellent. Excellent. That's it.
Okay.
So there are differences between the introductory paragraph and the body paragraphs. The introductory paragraph only, we should only focus on two elements: how to introduce, how to give our readers, our audience, a general background about the topic, to be aware of the general background, okay? To enter then, not directly, because we can't start directly with the thesis, with the main idea. We have to introduce, we have to give introduction to our readers. Then we give them our main idea in the thesis statement. So the introductory paragraph has a general background, سميناها thesis statement. والthesis statement مو معناها one thesis sentence، لا sorry one عفوا sorry it is a general statement. What general statement doesn't mean one general sentence. It could be 3 sentences, could be 4 sentences that introduce the topic to our readers. Okay, ممكن تكون 1 sentence 2 sentences 3 sentences 4 sentences، لكن لا تكتب أكثر as general statements. That's why we mentioned that many students commit this type of mistake. They write everything they know in the introductory paragraph, and they consume all their ideas in the introductory paragraph before starting the body paragraphs. يعني يستهلك كل الايدياز اللي عنده قبل ان ياتي الى كتابه البودي باراجرافز. اذا بالintroductory paragraph عندنا general statement، و at the end of the introductory paragraph we have a thesis sentence. Is that clear? I think that's very clear.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Any other question? Noor Ali Hussein.
Excuse me, doctor.
Yes, please.
I have a couple of questions about body paragraphs, if you allow me.
Okay. Yes,
so
go ahead, please.
My first question is that if I have one subtopic in the introductory paragraph, how can I make such a 3 or 2 paragraph in body paragraph with keeping the unity of subjects? How can is there any special way?
Question.
And if you allow me, my second question is that can I write a short story in body paragraph? I mean, is that will be hesitation with attention getting introduction, or it will be okay?
Okay. Do you have any other questions, please?
No, that's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. So you asked about the possibility of writing one subtopic. Okay, and when you write, correct me if I'm wrong, please. Yani, what I understood from your question is that you ask about the possibility of writing one subtopic, not 2, not 3. And if you write one subtopic, what does this, or what can we write in the body paragraph? How many paragraphs do we need to write in the body paragraph? Okay.
Yes. How can
so
I
this
write,
is what I understood from your question.
Yes.
Okay.
How can I write more details without go far away from the unity of the subject?
Okay. No problem. Thank you very much for this question. When you choose to write a thesis sentence that has only one subtopic, please listen to me. This means that you need to write one body paragraph. But be careful. Sometimes the teacher, or mostly the teacher, asks you to write, for example, a 4 paragraph essay, a 5 paragraph essay. Sometimes they name how many paragraphs you should write. If they name how many paragraphs you should write, so you are not free then to choose whatever you like. You have to answer the question. If they ask you to write, for example, a 3 paragraph essay, it's very logical that you write one subtopic. Okay, because you need one body paragraph. لكن إذا الأستاذ سألك write for example a 4-paragraph essay, so you are required to write 4-paragraph essay, so you need 2 body paragraphs. If you need 2 body paragraphs, so you have to write 2 subtopics. It's not optional. It's not free for you. When the teacher asks you to write, for example, 4-paragraph essay, this means 2 body paragraphs. And of course, we have introductory paragraph and concluding paragraph. حتى يصيرن 4-paragraph essay. إذا السؤال محدد، أنت بعد ما عندك الchoice to choose whether to write 1 subtopic or 2 or 3. إذا السؤال غير محدد، لا, you have the freedom to write whatever you like, but at least 3-paragraph essay. إذا الأستاذ قال لك write an essay about the following topic، والtopic تحس بيه، طبعا الtopic أنت لازم شنو؟ You have to read it very critically, carefully to understand how many sub ideas. أولا, what is the main idea of the statement؟ يعني قال لك write about the following topic وانطاك فد quotation، انطاك فد 3 sentences 4 sentences to write about. أنت you have to write. You have to read those, or this quotation, those lines, those sentences very carefully. And you have to understand the major point, the main topic, the major idea of these lines, of this quotation. Does this quotation, does this main idea have subtopics or doesn't? There's only one major idea the teacher asks us to write about. إذن أنت لازم تحدد. That's why sometimes students commit mistakes and they write generally about the topic. They didn't care about reading the question very carefully, so they write in general about many different ideas. بينما الأستاذ هو محددك ب one major idea. Oh, they write about, students write about, for example, many different things, or just one point, just one point, very specific point. والأستاذ منطيك 3 subtopics، أنت متناول فقط 1 subtopic. هذا راح ياخذ من الدرجة مالتك، وهذا راح يشكل فد a great mistake in the structure in your writing of the essay. يعني مثلا إذا أنت فاهم من السؤال أنه الأستاذ يريد 3 subtopics، يعني يريد يتكلم عن 3 subtopics، 3 sub ideas، 3 subsidiary ideas to the main idea، وأنت متكلم لي مثلا كاتب لي essay of 3 paragraphs متناول فقط 1 subtopic، راح يصير عندك خلل. الأستاذ راح يقول لك what about the other 2 subtopics, the other 2 subsidiary ideas, helping ideas, secondary ideas, sub ideas. انت كاتب لي عن واحده من الايدياز وتارك 2. لا، مره الاستاذ ينطيك فد نقطه محدده وانت تكتب عن الكثير من النقاط. طبعا هنا تعتمد هل هو الاستاذ يريد detailed explanation، هل هذه النقطه الرئيسيه ممكن ان تتفرع الى، لا باس، ممكن الاستاذ يجيب لك one main idea، لكن هو يريدك تناقشها مناقشه detailed explanation، detailed account of maybe narrating events, maybe explanations, maybe discussions, maybe elaboration. هو جايب لك نقطة واحدة وأنت مفرع يعني على هذه النقطة عدة، يعني كاتب مو 3 essay 3 paragraph essay، كاتب مثلا 5 paragraph essay. ممكن يكون صحيح هذا، يعني هنا نسبة الخطأ تكون قليلة، انت رايح زايد الموضوع. تعتمد على السؤال، تعتمد على الكويستشن برومبت، سؤال الاستاذ لازم تفهمه بشكل دقيق. فهل السؤال مال الطالبه نور علي اللي اعتقد تتكلم عن الفرق بين اوكي، تكلمت عن او سالت عن اذا عندي one subtopic وانا اجي اكتب one body paragraph maybe lengthy body paragraph. هل هذا راح يخرج عن الunity والcoherence? Not necessarily it goes behind the unity and coherence. Maybe this lengthy paragraph is written very well, coherently and cohesively. The point, or the most important point, is that you focus on the main idea that you want to explain. That's it. If you give more details, more, for example, supporting ideas, explanations, details, examples about the same main idea, so it is relevant and there is no need to be afraid of that. Okay? فكلش جائز انه احنا نكتب one sub topic، نكتب one body paragraph، قد يكون lengthy شويه ماكو مشكله، لكن don't go beyond your major idea. When the major idea that is mentioned in the thesis statement. Okay? I think يعني the answer is very clear. السؤال الآخر نسيته نور علي حسين. السؤال الآخر شنو كان يتعلق بمن؟
Sir, I ask you, can I write a short story in body paragraph without making hesitation, just like attention getting introduction? I mean, is it a problem?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you can write, you can choose. It depends on the question again. It depends on the question prompt. يعني مثلا إذا السؤال مثلا سؤال بالرواية والاستاذ عنده انترست، يعني يريد يشوفك تعرف الايفنتس، يعني التايم سيكونس مثلا of the events، يعني راد يسالك هل are you able to chronologically arrange your ideas، يعني with time sequence، يعني تقدر ترتب الستوري مثلا اللي موجوده بالروايه المعينه، فد شخصيه معينه او حادثه معينه، يريد الاستاذ مثلا describe the events that occur between these two characters. يعني مثلا هذا السؤال لو فرضنا اجاك هيك سؤال، راد يعرف الايفنتس، راد شنو الاستاذ يريد من عندك؟ اولا you narrate these events and you narrate them chronologically right. يعني مو تقدم وتاخر، يعني الحادثه مثلا اللي حصلت اول شيء انت تجعلها في الاخير، والحادثه اللي حصلت بالنص تجعلها اول شيء، وهكذا. لا، يجب ان you have to narrate, you have to answer such a question chronologically right. If you think that the question requires you to answer regarding or taking into your account, considering the time sequence of the events. المهم هو انه تفهم السؤال والمطلوب من السؤال، فممكن تسوي narrating to the events. I think that's enough for نور علي حسين. Yes, صبا عماد هاشم.
Yes, sir. I have a question
Yes,
about the conclusion paragraph.
About what?
The conclusion paragraph, the last paragraph in the essay.
Okay, the concluding paragraph. Yes, go ahead.
Yes. Should this paragraph be too long or just short, or just summarize all the...
Okay, thank you very much. Is that all?
Yes.
Okay, the concluding paragraph, first of all, yes, please go ahead.
Should be a 5 sentence or more, or just...
Okay. Thank you very much. The concluding paragraph, first of all, we have to know the function of the concluding paragraph. When we write, for example, a concluding paragraph, before writing, we have to know the function. What is the function of the concluding paragraph? The concluding paragraph, first of all, has to give the last impression to the reader. أولاً تنطي last impression to the reader, reminding the reader of the main idea of the whole essay. هاي الفانكشن الثانية. إذن أولاً يترك الامpression, the last impression you leave to the reader هو your concluding paragraph. يجب أن تعتني. You have to be very careful in writing the concluding paragraph. Why? Because it is the last impression you leave with the reader. هذا واحد. اثنين, in the concluding paragraph, you have to remind your readers of the major idea, the major point you have already discussed in the body paragraphs. and you mentioned in the thesis sentence. So you have different ways writing the concluding paragraph, but the concluding paragraph should be short. Should be short, maybe shorter than the introductory paragraph, maybe as the same as the length of the introductory paragraph. ممكن يكون بالنتيجة هو يجب أن يكون short. ممكن يكون 4 sentences، ممكن يكون 5 sentences. أما إذا أنا عندي فد very long essay، it depends. إذا عندي أنا essay من 3 صفحات، ايش تتوقع الكونكلودينج باراجراف ايش قد راح يكون طوله؟ قد يكون نص صفحة، قد يكون لا أقل شوي من النص صفحة. لكن دائما إذا عندي فد 1 page essay، 1 page essay يعني 1 page length، okay essay، ممكن يكون 4 sentences. What is important is that you remind your reader of the major idea. You might rephrase the major idea that is mentioned in the introductory paragraph, in the thesis statement. هذا عندك خيار. خيار آخر, you make a summary in the what? In the concluding paragraph. Summarize what? Summarize only the major points. يعني the subtopics نقدر نقول. Don't mention examples. Don't mention details. يعني the same as what? The same as the structure. مو the structure, لا, the function. The function of the introductory paragraph, we don't mention details in the body, in the introductory paragraph. It is also not right to mention details in the concluding paragraph. Don't mention any new idea in the concluding paragraph. لا تذكر details ولا تذكر examples ولا تذكر أي شيء. مجرد تسوي refresh، يعني تسوي وكأنما تعيد صياغة الجملة أو المعنى الرئيسي للأسي مالتك، أو تسوي summary للميجر idea summary. مجرد تذكر السب topics. وإن شاء الله راح ناخذ إذا قدرنا يعني اليوم ناخذ for example على هذا الشيء. I think it's very clear. يعني don't make it lengthy, very short, but it should be what? It should be comprehensive. It should remind the reader of your major idea. It might summarize the subtopics if you have subtopics. زين. It could be what? At the end of the concluding paragraph, you can what? You can suggest an idea to be taken into consideration يعني for the readers. You can predict something to happen. مجرد جملة واحدة. You can predict at the end of the concluding paragraph. You can predict something, suggest something, recommend something, advise the reader to take action or to have an action. يعني يسمونه calling for action. يعني you require them to do something at the end. مجرد suggestion يعني. Okay, Manar Badr.
Yes, sir.
Yes, please. Quickly.
Sir, I need your advice about how can I maintain my essay structure well.
How can I what? Sorry.
I need your advice about how can I maintain my essay structure well.
How can I note? How can I what? I didn't get you, Noor. Manar, عفوا. Can you rephrase the question? Can you rephrase, explain it more? The question, I didn't get it.
Sir.
Yeah, okay. You need my advice
about how can I maintain my essay structure well.
How can I what? Sorry. How can I make?
Sir, I write in chat.
Okay, write your question in the chat, please. Write your question in the chat to understand it better.
Okay, sir.
Okay,